Mukbang, the online content phenomenon where the host sits in front of a camera and stuffs themselves with massive amounts of food as thousands of people watch them. With all these different types of content creators, you get all sorts of characters.
Hurry up, I'm hungry. Hurry up. Broke it now. It's your fault.
Out of all these, one stands out. Her channel name is Kate Yup and her videos are, shall we say, very strange. She started uploading in April of 2018 and since garnished over 1 million subs and over 100 overall channel views. In her videos, she can be seen eating massive amounts of seafood in an unappetizing manner. This would not be the only difference her video has against other channels of the same content. While other channels had charismatic or outgoing hosts, we, after 2 years, still do not know the true identity of Kate Yup or if that's even her real name. She opts out to cover the top portion of her face in some kind of face cloth. Even her YouTube profile picture, along with other social media, is of a stock photo of some random fast food advertisement. She's very skinny despite eating massive amounts of food in her videos, and she does not speak, opting to use text that appear on the screen to communicate with his viewers. I guess it's the strange habits and her ability to stomach all that type of seafood which created her popularity in the first place. On June 21st, 2019, she would once again upload a mukbang video of her eating copious amounts of seafood. What keen viewers of the video noticed was that she had a visible gash on her lip and a huge bruise on her arm. Immediately, people began to question her well-being. Her more outspoken viewers began to develop theories of why she had these bruises. Theories range from Kate being the victim of domestic abuse to she was being held captive by someone and forced to perform in front of a camera. The latter took off by storm. More and more ideas were put together to create the theory. The community truly believed that she was a captive and that she was so thin because her captors would starve her before each video so that she could eat a lot in one sitting. That video that was uploaded which sort of gave evidence on the rabbit hole that was the kidnapping of Kate Yup. There is a section of her tapping a sauce bowl in a strange way. It was said that this was her way of communicating with the audience through Morse code so that her captors would not be suspicious of her. Later in the video, this sentence is seen, and viewers were quick to point out that the capitalization of certain letters spelled out SOS. This was quite intriguing if you ask me. In the comment section of this video, the Kate Yup channel publicly responded to the statement saying, "It's not Morse code. That isn't even how Morse code works. It is a series of short, long pauses." Even thinking outside the box by assuming she is using one finger for long pauses and one finger for short pauses, she taps 3 fingers on the bowl. It's just random tapping. There is no correlation between her tapping and Morse code. I couldn't identify a single letter. Every other claim, aside from the bruises, is just silly. Why would a capture let her edit the videos? That doesn't even make sense. And if Joe YouTuber could spot the SOS, so would they. And if she knew enough to use SOS as a call for help, why on earth wouldn't she have tapped on the bowl? It's the only Morse code I have memorized. Also, the bowl moves, so what? Because the other hand is resting on it. It moves perfectly with the rest of her body. Finally, the lip does not look busted. It's either a coat sore, which would explain it showing up more than once, or a bad blemish. Notice that this is written in a third-person perspective, meaning that whoever was in control of the channel was not Kate Yup herself. It also seems that this person is not in direct contact with Kate Yup, and perhaps she is uploading to the request of someone else, which would mean that the edits of the videos on this channel was by someone else completely. As more viewers got more concerned, They went to look at her previous videos and discovered a lot of details that had previously might have been overlooked. There are many instances of whispering from another person. There's even apparent sightings of another person moving in the reflection of the bowl, but that's actually just her hand, as the reflection is mirrored on curved surfaces. Just as her videos were getting interest in the theory of her getting kidnapped, her next video was uploaded coincidentally with the title being "I am alive," as if she was confirming the theories but also assuring us that she was fine. In the first few seconds of this video, several text cards were displayed with her message to her fans. If we take a closer look, we can see that the first letter of each sentence is capitalized, bolded, and in a completely different font than the rest of the sentence. These 4 letters spelled out "help," and the comment section blew up in theories, going as far as to say the title equating to 9/11 and some hearing a door slam in the background of the video. The same trends continued through her future videos, as similar whispers can be heard in the background. In her last video, which was uploaded on November 10th of 2019, she apparently loses a tooth. Since then, she has been radio silent. People had so many questions, but none were answered. Her viewers started to freak out, wondering about her safety, and even with all their comments and pleads, Kate did not return. So the question that's on everybody's mind, what happened to Kate Yup? Is she alive? Has she been kidnapped? Let's take a look at the theories that exist around Kate. First and foremost, let's cover the most obvious one. She's a prisoner and somebody is holding her hostage. She's being forced to perform in front of the camera. At the surface, this might seem like a logical explanation, but there's too many inconsistencies that contradicts this claim. As we said before, her captors would never let her edit the videos. Another explanation could be that she, along with someone else who edits the video, are both captured. Kate is the one forced to be in front of the camera, and the one that we don't see, editing and uploading the videos. But it really doesn't make any sense, as these points are really subtle. If these people really wanted to be helped, wouldn't they make something more obvious to the audience? Another explanation could be that she is actually captured, and her captors uses the message to taunt the audience, as if saying, she's kidnapped but there's no way you guys can save her. Finally, one more theory states that Kate Yup is Carly Goose, a 16-year-old girl who disappeared in the early morning of October 13th, 2018. But the dates don't really add up because Kate's first upload was in April of 2018, and she really doesn't look like a 16-year-old girl. If we leave the abductor theory out of the way, we only have one other conclusion. She is not in any kind of danger that are outside her own power. She is not held captive or under pressures to make these kind of videos. Only 2 explanations can be deduced. She either A. has a mental illness that affects her personality, Or B, she is creating a persona and a plotline to purposely grow her channel. First, let's address the mental illness portion of the theory. If she did have one, I believe she has the illness called dissociative identity disorder. This can be caused by many factors, one of them being extreme trauma, and can cause the lack of connection in her feelings, memories, and action. This is also known as multiple personality disorder, as one single individual, as the name suggests, can exhibit multiple personalities. In worst cases, these personalities can even alter the physical appearance, gender, and the types of allergic reaction they have against certain elements. Kate may suffer from this kind of disorder and might be caught in some kind of mental struggle where one personality is forcing another to take part in the whole scheme. This would explain the whole situation of why she is seemingly captured and forced to eat on camera, while the person uploading is seemingly not in connection with her. The other explanation of this is being created to grow her channel. Coincidentally, her most viewed video is of the one that has the most evidence of her being kidnapped. This may have been her plan all along, as her channel did vibe with something more creepy and sinister, even from the first video. She may have tried to incorporate pieces of Easter eggs, which alluded to a bigger story of her being kidnapped and forced to do these kind of videos. The whispering were edited in so that on the off chance people would notice and her content would rise in popularity. Unfortunately, it went rather unnoticed, so she went with something more direct, and sure enough it paid off. Now, to keep the story and discussion alive, she continued to make these videos laced with details to make it look like she is being held captive. Now that she is gone, we really don't know what to expect next. Maybe she has completed her dream to create a well-made storyline, and that ending it on a cliffhanger of whether or not Kate is alive or dead was what she really wanted in the first place. Or maybe she is actually captured and have since disappeared due to complications. We just don't really know, but I find the prior theory more believable. I will be watching and waiting for further updates on the Kate Yup channel. Sorry to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you like this type of content, and I will see you again in the next video.